That time. That time. Don't stop, get it, get it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so real quick,
Wait,
I
wait,
have a song.
wait.
What?
I had to get a refill.
Girl, I did too. Sippy, sippy in my cup.
Okay, so what were you saying?
I have a song for you. I made up a song today, a little tune. Well, I actually didn't make it up. I just changed the tempo and the sound of it. This is my theme song for when COVID-19 is over. You ready?
Oh my gosh, okay.
Okay. Meet
Sing.
me in the trap. It's going down. Meet me in the mall. It's going down.
Oh my gosh.
Meet me in the club. It's going down. Anywhere you meet me, guaranteed to go down.
That's like the church version.
Yeah, meet
Oh my
me in the
god.
trap. It's going down.
Turn
Meet me
it
in
up.
the mall. It's going down.
Oh my god. Somebody come get her. Somebody.
Anywhere you meet me is guaranteed to go.
Somebody
After
help the
quarantine,
sister.
after quarantine, after quarantine, and COVID-19.
Please, God.
Look, I'm in a good mood.
I
You
see.
don't know how long you're
I
gonna do
see.
this.
I see, and I am happy for you. My cheeks hurt. But can we can we not? Because my cheeks hurt from smiling so much. Bruh, don't
Okay.
do the frozen thing
All
again.
right, all right, all right, all right.
All right,
Okay.
so I have some questions for you, boo boo.
I'm
All
ready
right.
to answer.
If you were in our last live, you know that we spoke about dirty roommates, which was our dorm story, and we spoke about that time of the month. So I had a feeling that the guys were going to shy out, but I was really hoping that the guys would ask questions or share how they feel. I guess we should ask
Hmm.
them how guys feel when it's that time of the month for women. Because I know for me, a lot of the times I feel like I'm an annoying pest. Like I feel like
Hmm.
I overreact. I feel like I'm doing the most, and I feel like I'm pushing someone away. So I would like to know how the fellas feel during that time of the month for a girlfriend, a friend that's a girl, a sister, whatever it is. Like how do guys feel when we're on that time of the month?
Right, most definitely. Because other than the fact that they think we're crazy,
Yeah,
like,
extra.
like
All
I
that.
would like to know, because guys try to act like they don't have no emotions, like how it makes them feel
Hmm.
emotionally. Like, is it stressful to you? Do you feel okay? Like, what are the different situations that you've been in with different women? Because different women act different
Yeah,
ways when
yeah,
they're on that cycle and during that time of the month. They Different women crave different things.
yeah.
Like,
So
one
like,
woman might be really, really horny. She wants to have sex on her period. Like, so I really wish they did chime in and not shy away from sharing their experiences with women and having their questions and opinions. But it's okay because we can still educate and give the information.
yeah, yeah. I feel like I said, I feel like I'm a turn off or like I'm pushing them away. So I guess when I do get a boo or a significant other, that's a conversation that I can have with him. Like, hey, I want to know how you feel about me when I'm on my menstrual cycle. Speaking of that, so I won't jump into the question, but I remember us talking about this, and so it's making me think of my friend that I had in middle school, and she said that she went to the laundromat with her mom. And typically, when you think about laundromat clothes, you got your like sweats on, t-shirt, like you ain't looking all that cute or whatever. But she said she wasn't. But it was a hot guy in the laundromat, and she happened to attract him, and they exchanged numbers, and they were talking after that. And when she got into the car with her mom, she was like, "Mom, like that guy asked for my number, but I look like a bum. Like I look hit. I ain't even cute today." And her mom advised her that, or suggested, sorry, that men tend to be attracted to women when they're on their menstrual cycles. And if you're attracted to her during her menstrual cycle, that means he's really like attracted to you. So I don't know if that's like science or if that's a true fact, but I really be like when I attract guys during my menstrual, I'm like, oh, you're really attracted to me. Since having that in middle school, like, oh, you really think I'm I'm
you
cute.
giving off a certain vibe. It's
Yeah, I'm
like
giving
something in the
that
in
crazy
the
vibe.
air. They
Girl,
they want a crazy one.
yeah. Don't call me crazy.
Hey, don't call me crazy either.
Okay, so if you all have questions that you would like us to answer, drop them in the box, or if you even want us to discuss a certain thing. Our topics are dirty roommates and that time of the month. All right, so we kind of talked about some of these things before, but a question that I have is about having time off of work. So some jobs you don't get time at all. Other jobs you typically get a week or up to 15 days for sick days. So how would you feel, or do you think that jobs should allow time for women to use during their menstrual cycle?
I'm actually torn on that because based off the whole idea of like men and women equality in the workplace. So if women are getting days off in a day or two off in regards to their cycle, aside from the sick time that they get, and it's like, okay, well then what would men get, you know? But aside from that, I feel like it would be a great, you know, thing to implement in regards to the workplace. Like if we can get time off for paternity leave, I
Yeah.
feel like a day or two in regard every month would be sufficient enough for, you know, our menstrual cycles, especially during those times. Like I might not even need it every month, but there's just some days where I can't deal because it just messes up with everything that I have going physically and mentally. So
Yeah.
I mean, or they could make it a mental health day, because some jobs don't give mental health days, so it could put it under that category too, so then men can get it too.
Yeah, so some jobs you have your vacation days, you have your sick days. Some jobs have PTO days. They break them down into certain things of why you use them. But specifically for me, it's just sick, vacation, and holiday. So some job, and my old job did have personal days. But like I did think, okay, it's enough split. I have at least 15, so if I can use that every month, then I'm good. But then I'm thinking, what about the times when I actually am sick, like with the flu, God forbid, or something else that I have to use my sick day to use? It's 12 months in a year. And I don't have like anything that I only get my period 3 times a year. You know, you can do that. So like if my concern is that if I'm calling out every month, and typically my menstrual cycle is around the same time every month, that brings up a pattern in your workplace where your boss or whoever the higher up is can call you into the office and say, okay, we're noticing the pattern. Or HR can say, we're concerned because Unique is taking off the 15th and the 16th of every month, but not knowing that I'm at home in dire pain. The worst days of my menstrual cycle are my first and second day. Like I said, I know people who throw up or vomit during their menstrual cycle, have back pain, have to like lay with heating pads. Like you can't be at work, especially one person I know is a teacher. You can't be at work with a heating pad throwing up in front of the kids. Like it would be most comfortable and most beneficial. I'm not even getting work done for you, bro. Like let me just stay home. So that's what my thought is. Like a lot of work is not being done. I don't want the pattern of me not being at work to come up. You're not giving me enough days to use for sick or PTO, because when I did have PTO, I think it was only 3 days. So I did think about the discrimination of like, oh, men might be like, oh, but like women get these days or whatever. So possibly there should be a balance. But if there was no discrimination, I do think that women should be allotted a lot that time. And maybe
Yeah.
guys could fight for something too. Like it's normal for women to have maternity leave, but more recently men were not looked down upon for taking paternity leave. So I'm in favor of having days for menstrual cycle days.
So am I.
Okay.
Maybe they could dress it up as a mental health days,
Yeah.
aka personal day, but I feel like the name should be like Mental Health Day, because
Or
everybody, I feel
home
like
day.
anybody would need it. You know what I'm saying? If it's possible, most definitely at least a work from home day. So
This is interesting. Queendom Fit writes, in some countries, women have to stay home during that time. I wonder what it is. I wonder why they have to stay home. Is it because they don't have the resources to like menstrual cycle pads or tampons or the little cup thing? They don't have those things, so they sit at home. Or is it because they like the government or whatever is being lenient or like caring, saying, okay, we know that you're probably going through this time, or if it's for religious reasons. I wonder why in some countries women stay home.
yeah, that would be interesting to research and find out exactly why they have to stay home.
Yeah.
I would want to find that out.
Okay, so another thing that popped up when we were discussing having this topic today, and since Queendom Fit brought up other countries, Simone, what did you find?
In Norway, they don't have to pay for panty liners, pads, or diapers. It's all free. Tampons may be included too, but I know for sure what I read was that pads, panty liners, and diapers are free.
Wow.
Didn't say like specific brands, but I do know like there's like a type of card that you have to get, probably government issued, but there's a card that you have to use that you can get it for free. So I'm not sure exactly if it's open to whatever brand, or they have something specific that you have to get, but just the fact that it's free, and it's just kind of like,
I like the word free.
that's what I'm saying, those things are expensive.
It is expensive.
It's expensive, and with something that you have to invest in every single month.
Yes.
Every single month. Sometimes I feel like it's not enough tampons in this box. Like,
Yeah.
it's not enough in this box.
Like 16 pads. 16? You think I'm gonna go to the bathroom 16 times?
So it's just like, it's not enough. It's not enough.
So I think the question that I'm drawing out of that is, I'm assuming that everyone watching us now or tuned in with us now is in America. But if you are not, if you're in Africa, if you're in Norway, wherever you are, in Antarctica, I would be happy if you're not from America. But we are located in the United States of America. So my question is, how would you feel, or would you want our American government to issue this pass for us? And how much do you spend? And how much do you spend, if you know, per month on your supplies? Yeah, girl.
You know, I'm gonna have to really dig deep, because it honestly really depends. Oh, let me think. Let me think for a hot second. Give me some Jeopardy music. I got it. How much is $40? But sometimes it's not even. Sometimes it may not even be that much. But I'll say between like 25 to 40, because it depends. Because sometimes I might need. Sometimes I'll do tampons, and then I buy pads. But then some months I have to buy both, because I'm majority of the time it's me using like a tampon brand, opposed to me buying like pads all the time. Majority of the time it's panty liners and a tampon, but sometimes I have to like re-up on the pads as well, right? And so it's those supplies, so it might double up in regards to the cost, especially when it's the ones that I want to use, because the ones that are better for you are definitely a lot more expensive than the ones that's made of cardboard. Okay.
Yeah.
I want quality in my body. Okay.
So would you want the U.S. government to fund your sources, fund your stuff that you need?
That would be nice, and I would love to have the feminine wash included. Like, I need that too. Like, I want to feel good. I want to smell good, and I want to make sure that I'm covered.
Yeah.
Not to say that sometimes I'm not, but it's just like just having that comfortability in regards to that time of the month as a woman. Like these, I don't know. I just feel like they should be free to a certain extent. Just like with diapers, unless it's just some type of program that they create, which you probably won't get the brands you want if they did create that program. It's probably the tampons and pads that you get in the bathroom when you twist the little thing. When you twist that little thing and it come out the
In
machine,
the
you
bathroom.
probably get the ones like that, or
Yeah.
like them tampons that's literally in a cardboard box. Like I remember the first time I had one of those. I
Bro,
was like, what is this?
that I don't like that. I don't
What
like
is
that.
this? The applicator is a cardboard box. Like why would I want to put this into my body? Like how is that even a thing?
I
Like
mean,
no.
it was a thing before they came up with the plastic. That was the first one they had. But I remember when I used that, it was because my menstrual cycle came, and then I went on a trip because I was like, oh, my period's going great, going on this cruise this day, da, 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 da. Went on my cruise, and my period came back, and I was like, what the? And I had to spend mad money because it was on the ship for tampons. When I opened up the box, it was in a cardboard applicator, and I was like, what is this? Like I never used this before, and it was so uncomfortable. It was so uncomfortable. But for me, I'll get to the cost first. I don't know, like, so some people are saying they spend around $40, especially at Target. Yes, like Target will take your money. Like you go in there for always, and you leave out with the whole aisle of stuff. Like, oh, I didn't know they got spray, they got wipes, they got this, they got that. Oh, let me
All of
try
that.
this. Yeah, they got everything. But for me, I used to use, or periodically, sometimes if I don't want to go to Target, because I do go to Target for my stuff, I'll get the always box of regular pads, which in the box is 16 pads for like 7 something or 8 something dollars. That was my go-to. And like I said earlier, I would have to get 2 boxes because 16 pads is not enough. And then I'll get
Right.
the tampons, which is around the same price. So then one day, I was speaking with someone, and they were like, oh yeah, I use the organic pads. Da, da, da. And I was like, out loud, I didn't see nothing, but in my head, I was like, organic? Like, what the heck? I never heard of that. So one day I went to Target, and I saw the organic pads. I can't think of the name right now, but that doesn't matter because I'm not getting paid anyway for that. I'm not getting paid to promote anybody. But those pads cost $6, and it's 40. I think it's 40 or 50 in the pack. So I went from getting 16 pads for about $7 to getting 40 or 50 pads for $6. So now I don't have to like buy as much because it lasts me a good amount of time. Yeah, I know. I figured that out, but I didn't want to say it. She must buy the same pads that I get. Yep, I didn't think of it. I did think of it while I was talking, but yeah, it's a lot of pads in there. And I also use their tampons too. I forget how many come in the box, or you can get it in a canister, and they're really good. It's a good product. Now I do like Always better than I like that brand because it absorbs more of the period. I'll try to keep it clean. More of the period. So this is the reason why I don't really care if the government funds us, because our country is cheap, and I feel like they will treat us just like they treat food stamps, which is like, the rumor of like, oh, the food stamp cheese don't melt and it's fake cheese, opposed to the nice cheese that you can spend with your regular dollars. It melts, it's real. It's a difference between quote unquote wick food and stuff opposed to quote unquote regular food. So I feel like if the government did issue it, they'll have the certain brands that you have to get on that. And if you don't want to use that brand, you will still have to pay your own coins. So for me, I want something that's going to absorb the blood. I don't want to have to feel like I'm sitting in soap, or like I have to keep running to the bathroom and using up all those products opposed to using something of higher quality. So that's another thing too. Like if you want better quality, you're going to have to spend better coins. So I guess my answer is, well, oh, also my answer is no, because I'm sorry. My answer is also no, because I'm just thinking as an entrepreneur, or like somebody who likes coins. I'm just thinking like how that's taken away from certain brands. So if the government was to fund all of those products, they won't be getting the bang for their buck that they can get. They'll be getting whatever the government says they can get. So instead of getting $6 for a box, they'll be probably getting $3 for a box or whatever closest to the wholesale prices. So I wouldn't want to steal their money. But if it was the norm, I'll go shoot, save me some money.
Shade them dollars, girl. Shade them dollars.
Yeah. Okay, so reminder, if you have any questions, drop them in the chat, drop them in the bottom part thing.
But if we don't have any more questions, that might be it for the Q&A segment of episode 4. Episode 4.
You don't have any questions, Monie?
I'm trying to think to see if I did have any. The only you had mentioned the one that I wanted to talk about, which is the outside the country being able to okay. have it for free, but we talked about that, so we good.
Okay. Well, if we don't have any further questions, I do want to say thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for participating in our questions portion of our chat, which was dorm stories, dirty roommate, and hot topic, that time of the month.
I was about to say, girl, that time of the month.
Yes, that time of the month.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Also, if you enjoy what you're watching, let your friends know. Invite them to come to our YouTube channel, which is LoveLoudd on Instagram. Sorry, on YouTube. Ooh, girl. On YouTube. Support us. Subscribe, like, comment, share. You can share through text message. All those things. Support us. Small Black business. LoveLoudd LLC.
And we love doing it. We have a lot of fun, and we love when y'all chime in and give us questions. If y'all have any show topic ideas, definitely send us those too. We're definitely open to topic ideas that you want us to touch base on. So send it our way, and don't forget that y'all can also send us questions that you may have, as well as scenarios. We can definitely find a way to fit it into our show.
Yes, we actually have a segment for that. So, like Simone said, we have a mail time segment, or sometimes the scenarios like we did today. So if you have like something that happened to you or something that's going on, we'll let you know that week, typically that Monday, what our topic is. And DM us, message us, text us, email us, let us know, and we can do it anonymously. You don't have to worry about us calling out your name. So I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching our show, for participating. I love, people being in the chat and sharing what they think. It just makes me feel so warm and fuzzy inside, just like chocolate chip cookies.
No more chocolate chip cookies, by the way. You still much no chocolate chip cookies.
All right, y'all. That's it for the night. Take care.
Bye. Thank y'all. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks.